all, some new documents were released today in a civil suit that were amended this morning, and it involves some serious allegations, including not only against Diddy, but against his son.
The feds are so deep and involved in this that Diddy just might be called up on that Tupac shit.
States working in tandem, and they did not tell the officers who they were raiding. They went in tactical as they were instructed to. They didn't know they was raiding Diddy's house. The higher ups didn't tell anybody because they knew, with Diddy being a Fed informant, that he had people in the force, and they wanted to make sure that went through legit. So they ain't tell nobody whose houses they was going to.
What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex trafficking. They're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage.
Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I once adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you.
The streets are on fire right now, and they're buzzing with some seriously wild claims about Diddy. You know Sean Coles, the rap mogul, producer, and music industry powerhouse? Well, hold on to your hats, because new allegations just dropped that have everyone's jaw on the floor. Word on the street is there's Bodycam footage floating around, and let's just say it's putting Diddy in some major hot water. And we're not talking about a little splash here. This is boiling, scalding tea. What's the fuss about, you ask? The accusations are as disturbing as they are shocking, and they reportedly involve Diddy's adopted daughter. Yeah, you heard that right. What's on that footage? Well, let's just say it's enough to make anyone do a double take. But before we dive into the details, let's break down why these allegations are such a big deal. Diddy's been under the microscope for years, but this could change everything.
Other last name. Eva Baroni Combs. Yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. Please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Hey, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids, and everybody else adopted kids, Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So, just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online. So I play with the kids, and I got permission from your mother, and to say all of that, just make it, because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all four of us. So, and then I always come over.
Yeah. And it's Ava Brion.
All right, let's dive into this body cam footage that's got everyone talking. Word on the street is it was leaked by someone from within the police department, but of course, no one's stepping up to take the fall for it. So what exactly does this video show that's got people worried about Diddy? Well, it's not good. From what we're hearing, the footage captures something shady going down at one of Diddy's parties. All right. The camera's a little shaky, but you can clearly make out his adopted daughter looking visibly uncomfortable, surrounded by older men. And Diddy? He's right there, acting like everything's normal, even though it's pretty obvious that it's not. This is a huge deal, and people are absolutely shaken up by what they've seen.
Started, Art, is that, you know, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You understand? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, you know, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you know, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now, and that he has shown by being Brother Love, I couldn't imagine that the police would be raiding him for sex trafficking? Nah, bruh. I couldn't imagine that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't him back then. He's a totally different person that he became. If you've seen him on other platforms, you know, inviting men to party with him, inviting men to go shopping with him. You understand? That wasn't Puffy. That wasn't Diddy. That was Brother Love and Love.
How you feel about all the people that's wondering why haven't any of Diddy big name friends came out to defend him?
Because either two things that I believe. Either they know some of the stuff is true, either they took...
Know what you're thinking. Could this all be fake? Maybe just some haters trying to tear Diddy down. But here's the kicker. The police aren't denying it's real. They're just furious that it got leaked. And trust me, if this footage were fake, Diddy's lawyers would be all over it, clearing his name loud and clear. But the stakes here? Huge. We're talking career-ending, maybe even freedom-ending for Diddy, if what's on that tape turns out to be true. This isn't just about some bad behavior at a party. It's about exploiting a young woman, his own adopted daughter, no less. He is proof of the change that could mutilate a lifetime, for whatever reason this girl reflects on her mother. But hold up, let's break down why this footage is such a big deal, beyond just what's actually in it. For years, Diddy's been untouchable. He's got the money, the power, the connections, the whole package. But this video? It's like kryptonite to his Superman image. And it's not just about Diddy. This whole situation is casting a spotlight on some seriously dark corners of the entertainment industry. People are starting to ask questions they never dared ask before. Who knew what? How long has this been going on? And, perhaps most chilling of all, who else might be involved? Now, I know some of you are going to say, but what if it's not real? What if this is all just one big misunderstanding? And look, I hear you. In today's world, with all the tech floating around, anything's possible. But the way this is unfolding, it's hard to ignore.
See, nobody wants to be in contact with anybody that allegedly was sex trafficking. You see what the WWF did to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was one of those people that was called for sex trafficking. We don't hear a lot about it because he gave up the company, he did what he was supposed to do, and he became Ghost. But now you see they trying to do the same thing to Puffy. They trying to make him or hip hop the face of sex trafficking like they was going to do the WWF at one time. Because that was a big story. So a lot of his people that know him, a lot of the people that been in those parties and seen probably some unscrupulous shit that went down and was like, ooh, I was there. I hope they don't got me on tape. They feeling a certain way. So they're not going to speak on nothing until they've been approached with something. You got to realize when Homeland Security get their evidence together, they're going to send agents out. You understand? They might send an agent out to me. Yo, what do you know? What have you heard? What have you seen? What's been going on? You know what I'm saying? You know, did this happen when you was around him? Did this happen back in the day? That's what they're going to want to know. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to send investigators out. They're going to send people out for anybody that they can get some information from to help their case. So those celebrities ain't going to say nothing. You know, you got your man Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ said that he never did this and he never did that. But ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exist. You know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either
Whether this video is real or fake, it's already causing some serious damage. Some people are saying it looks too shaky to be legit police footage, but others are convinced it's the real deal. The thing is, whether it's true or not, it's out there now, and people are starting to buy into it. Even if the video turns out to be fake, it's reigniting all those old rumors about Diddy. You know what they say? Where there's smoke, there's fire. And right now it feels like there's a full-blown forest fire raging around Diddy's name. So what's next? The streets are buzzing, lawyers are on standby, and Diddy is keeping tight-lipped. This story isn't going away anytime soon. The tea is piping hot, and now everyone's just waiting to see who's going to get burned.
There was a song by the Floaters back in the day that we grew up on. Float, float on. Y'all remember that? And my name is Larry, and I'm a Sagittarius. And I like a woman who loves everything and everybody. That's pretty much what he was doing, y'all. And this young lady was used to doing. I know he had his other kids doing it and saying all of that. But y'all see what he said? Did y'all really catch what he said? He picked me up off the streets. 1 minute, then he goes and say, because I was on the streets, living on the streets. Then the next minute he telling her, oh no, say your parents.
All right, let's get into the girl at the center of all this drama. Diddy's adopted daughter. Who is she, and how did she end up in Diddy's world? Well, honey, it's a story with more twists than a roller coaster. Word on the street is Diddy adopted this young woman a few years ago, but here's the tea. It wasn't some big public adoption reveal. No, it was all hush-hush, real low-key. Makes you wonder, right? Why keep it so quiet? Let's rewind a bit. This girl came from a tough background. Hard times, struggles, the whole shebang. Enter Diddy, the self-proclaimed hip-hop superhero, swooping in and saying, I'm going to give this girl a better life. Sounds good, right? But Chili, sometimes things aren't as perfect as they seem. At first, everything looked like the ideal father-daughter relationship. Diddy showing her off at events, posting her all over Instagram, acting like the daddy of the year, smiles for the cameras, all that. But, you know, how it goes, the camera doesn't always tell the full story. As time went on, people started noticing things. Like, why was this girl always at Diddy's wild parties? Why was she constantly surrounded by older men in the industry? It didn't sit right with some folks, but nobody was brave enough to speak up. And now, well, now we're all starting to ask the questions that should have been asked a long time ago. Everyone's wondering, will she speak out? Will she stand by Diddy? Or will she disappear from the public eye altogether? Girl, your guess is as good as mine. But one thing's for sure, this story is far from over. Girl, when I said this could change everything, I wasn't kidding. The legal and social storm brewing.